Hey and welcome to the Ruby Tuesday. My name's Ruben and this is my movie review for Yaksha Ruthless Operations. It's a new Netflix drop on the Friday where they drop the cornucopia of content. I'm just now getting through it and I thought, you know what, I actually want to talk about this one and do a kind of review. So let's jump in. Nicknamed after a human-devouring spirit, the ruthless leader of an overseas black ops team takes up a dangerous mission in a city riddled with spies. So this film was quite long. It's 2.5 hours long and you definitely feel it. And that's mostly because this film feels like it's 3 movies in one. You have this dude who is sent to go and see what this operational team is doing. He is the guy, Prosecutor Han, who has to be prosecuting the law to the T by the law. And this Black Ops team just doesn't do it by that because the world they live in is just dark. They don't follow the rules, they don't obey the rules, and so the only way they can really do that is in the darkness, which is why they are the Black Ops team. And so obviously they're gonna head butts. It's interesting how Prosecutor Han comes across this team and how he starts to, I guess, involve himself in the team, because at first you feel like the guys that are this team are the bad guys. It feels like they're doing everything that is counter to the law. But once you see what they're involved in, then you start seeing how he needs to kind of go along with the team because they're the ones that have been doing this year in and year out. It also feels like this is a spy film. You know, there's probably a few people that are not quite on the up on the good guys team, and then on the bad guys team you have this ruthless guy who will stop at nothing to get what he wants. It definitely is a spy film within a spy film within a who's done a film within a politics that often come together with spy films. Wondering to myself, like, where is this film going? What does it want to be? What are the questions it's asking? Because it feels like within the first third of the film you kind of get a movie about Prosecutor Han and this team, and that could be one film, and I've seen films just on that. And then the middle chunk of it is the guy that they've been going after. You kind of have these two teams head off each other, and then that could be one film, and I've seen that film as well. And then the latter part of it ends up being this big spy film, Who Can You Trust? And it all comes to a crescendo halt at the end. So it feels like a massive epic that you've been going through. And I have to say, the way it's filmed, the cinematography, the nighttime shooting, all is very vibrant. The nightlife very beautifully lit. And then when it comes to the fight choreograph scene, there's a mixture of judo-esque moves, not quite John Wick, not quite the Hollywood or kung fu martial art films that you've seen. It's less than that. It feels like less Krav Maga, more kung fu to get the person disarmed and take them out, rather than being a showcase of, look how beautiful we are when we do martial arts. This is more like, I need to take you out as quick as possible. So much more realistic. But it's also very entertaining because there's a bit of gunfire shootouts with hand-to-hand combat that often plays in. And the way that it's shot, the action is pretty tense, it's pretty heightened. So whenever you're going into the action scenes, you can pretty much guess that it's going to be a mixture of like a chase out, car shootouts, hand-to-hand combat, very well lit, very well created, and you're like, I'm really enjoying this. I did watch it in 2 halves because I felt like the first half, and that's only because, like I was mentioning earlier, that feels like there's 3 films and it feels like they're setting up a universe. When you get to the end, depending on who's alive, it definitely feels that way, like they want to do either a TV series to continue this or more subsequent films with this operation, whoever survived or whatever it looks like. So I hope we do, because when I came into the end of it, I was like, yeah, actually I did enjoy that. The acting is good, you feel for the characters. The characters aren't just good guys, bad guys, they're very fleshed out in the way that they're human. The captain of this Black Ops team has kind of built his team by saving their lives, and so they're with him. But when you add an element that's not quite used to doing things their way, then it kind of shakes up that team, and that was interesting to watch. I like the building of the story. I think that's probably what kept me engaged. And then you have the very interesting set designs and the cinematography, how they showcase the action. More realistic, but also very embellished in parts, and you get those explosions. The only negativity really, apart from the kind of slowness or the building of the story for 3 parts, is that they occasionally reveal something to the audience. It's a plot device where the story is going, okay, and this is what this character has been doing all along, or here's a key moment, a reveal of a story plot arc. And the way they do that is they showcase it with big music, slow-mo scenes, and like, in case you didn't get it, here it is next for the next 3 to 4 minutes. They showcase it like they're really proud of that moment, and it feels like the audience is dumb. Like they're saying, hey guys, you probably didn't get it, so now we're going to showcase it to you for 3 to 4 minutes. And I was like, yeah, I got it. You didn't need to make me feel like I'm stupid while watching the film. I got it. You didn't need to slow mode. I definitely think that's probably a technique used in these type of films, maybe not used to my kind of culture of Hollywood or English film techniques. And if that's the case, that's fine. But I did feel like they could have probably shaved all those slow-mo scenes and the big embellishment of, hey, look what we did, this is the reveal. Saying that, a lot of other films do that, not just these type of films. A lot of Hollywood films do that as well. Jackie Chan early films used to do like, that the reverse of where there was a cool move that smashed through a window and then you would see it again at multiple angles because the move was so cool. That's kind of what it felt like. But it's a little nitpick. I'm going to give this 3.5 Nicolas Cages out of 5 because it's a bit long in the tooth. It could have had some of that time and that pacing separated out, but I understand this might be like an ongoing storyline. I'm hoping that it is. Enjoyed for what it was as a one-time watch. Let me know your thoughts down below. Are you going to check this out? Don't forget to like and subscribe. And don't forget, Chris from Movies and Munchies and myself tomorrow, our podcast, our Patreon, that's all going on every weekend. Check out our channels. Thanks so much for watching, but most of all, until next time, remember, live on Tuesday.